of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. On play action, we're set. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Brissett.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
His first carry. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Riley. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
And sacked.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. The running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Riley. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this after the 33. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. The way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Riley. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's 2nd down.
And 10.
Play action. Riley. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Riley, that's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, Riley. My goodness, this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mayfield on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? First and 10, Taylor now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. They give to Taylor out of the gun, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. From the gun, Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. He likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Off the play fake. Riley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there. And he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
To throw on 3rd down. Riley. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
James now to return it. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
On 37-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They go play action. Mayfield. James has it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Taylor. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Riley. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Right sideline here is complete. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off play action. Riley. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
At the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, it's picked. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they'll begin by running the option. He rifles one that's intercepted. And Jackson picks it. And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range down just shy of the 20.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Touchdown, Minnesota. Devin Duvernay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
They got his man complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
28-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Working out of the gun, Mayfield looking for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
It's 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. His throw caught at about at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And let's push this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Taylor. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Brought down by Cole Holcomb.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield off the play fake. And it's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, it's Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield. And Daniels has it left side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Third down.
They'll try to run for this with Evans. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Eagles.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll look to run with Evans. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Darrington Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Quarterback taken.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, it's Hines. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Off the play fake. Riley. Incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here, and he's back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Following the interception, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Vikings 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's now 2nd and 10.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Riley. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Now flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Mayfield on play action. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Taylor. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Gets to him again.
The quarterback.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Complete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's James returning. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Their own 46-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Your 4th quarter pick. Almost something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. He's happy about this play. Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the
blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Riley. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. See, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start with the option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st down, Philadelphia.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find the target downfield.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So for the Eagles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.